The first time I jumped in a helicopter, I immediately thought, there is no way anyone knows how to fly this thing with a controller. It felt like the controls had its own mind and the heli had its own mind, and neither of them is doing what I'm putting into my controller. I thought I will be stuck with my boots on the ground forever, never able to dominate the skies and the battlefield. But because helicopter flying is seriously cool, I persisted in trying and finally I got the hang of it. Hopefully after you watch this video, you can become the #1 pilot in Delta Force using a controller. Welcome back to another video. Today my goal is to teach you how to fly a helicopter using a controller. I'm using the basic DualSense PS5 controller, but I'm sure Xbox will work exactly the same. To learn how to fly, we will be using the AH-1035D Assault Helicopter. The controls work the same as with a recon helicopter, but the assault chopper is easier to learn on because it isn't as rapid as the recon chopper. Firstly, I will show you how to get any vehicle and then give you a basic tutorial on how to use the controls. From there we will talk about the advanced maneuvers you absolutely must learn, but for that we need to understand the physics and how the helicopter operates. And to finish off the video, I will share with you a montage of all my best heli moments. Without any further delay, let's begin. First, I have to show you how to get the helicopter or any vehicle for that matter. I am a bit embarrassed about how long it took me to finally figure this out. So this may seem like a silly thing to mention, but it certainly took me way too long to learn. It's very simple. Hover over one of these spawn points and click on the square or X for Xbox. You will see a list of vehicles pop up. If you don't see the helicopter, hover over a different spawn point and do the same until you find the chopper. Once you've gone onto the helicopter, you can modify in-game which weapons you want, depending on which enemy vehicles needs to be taken out. But more on that later. Let's teach you how to fly. What you want to do is go into the AI battlefield, battle practice, and do your initial practicing there. Especially if you've never flown a helicopter or you're still learning how. Select the assault helicopter and let's go. First step is simply going up and down. It's the same as going forward and backwards as an operator. This is the only time you'll be able to use one analog at a time. For all the other moves, both analogs are required. So just get a quick feel for the sensitivity. Move your left stick up and down a few times. The next step will require both sticks. To move forward, you need to push the left stick up and the right stick down. You will see you need to tilt the nose down quite steep for it to move. The steeper the nose, the faster you will move. To go backwards, you push both sticks forward. You will once again see you need to push the tail down quite far to stop the momentum and start moving backwards. Practice moving forward and backwards until you can do it smoothly. Simply moving forward and back isn't something you will really do in gameplay, but you need to practice it to get a feel for how the aircraft moves. By pushing the left stick forward, you will keep going higher. You will see that every move with a heli requires balance, so you'll need to push the left stick up and down to roughly stay at the same height. It's always a balance. The next move we will learn is how to look left and right. It's important for you to know looking left and right is not the same as banking left and right, but I'll teach you all of it. To look left, you need to pull your left stick straight to the left and the same with the right stick. However, your analogs will only slightly move, otherwise the aircraft will start to bank. To turn to the right, you obviously need to do the opposite. Go ahead and practice this as much as you can. What you will notice while you do this is that you will by accident pull either your stick down or up while trying to just look. This will cause the heli to do things you're not trying to do. By getting used to going forwards and backwards, you will be able to counteract this. That's why it's important to practice everything in the order I give it. You will also notice if you only pull the left stick left or right that the aircraft will start to tilt to the side. That's why you need to use the right stick very minimally to balance it out. This is where you will learn to really maneuver this aircraft. At this point, you are able to go forward, backward, and look around while keeping your aircraft steady. What we need to practice now is banking to each side, because you will need to combine banking the aircraft, moving forward, and keeping it steady enough to aim and still shoot on target. It's not easy to learn and you will crash a lot, but it's so much fun. It's totally worth the initial struggle. I wish it was as simple as push the analog in this direction and that will happen, but every move needs some counter moving. Both sticks will generally move to the same direction. To bank left is the same as looking left, but you need a stronger input into your analogs. The left stick doesn't go straight left, but instead moves diagonal. And the right stick goes fully left. To go right, the left stick goes diagonally to the right and the right stick goes fully to the right. One thing you need to know is that during banking, the helicopter will gain momentum and it takes time to stop the momentum and then bank into the other direction. When you practice banking, bank to one side and then come to a halt before banking to the other side. Once you've gotten used to this, you need to start flying around. Stay high up in the air to avoid crashing into buildings. Once you're able to move around the map and control the aircraft when it loses control, you should now move on to the must-learn advanced maneuvers. The first advanced maneuver you need to learn is how to turn around quickly. Instead of moving backwards in a straight line, it's way more effective if you can just turn around and then into the direction you want. The helicopter will always move forward as you aim down to enemies, meaning you will at some point need to double back because you overshot your target. During my gameplay, I will try and show you what that looks like. So instead of trying to correct it by going backwards like I shared in step 2, you can turn around and head back. During these maneuvers, you will be using both analogs at the same time and in different positions to balance out the aircraft. It will come more naturally in time. The second advanced maneuver is what I call parking. You will need to be able to park your helicopter if you want to repair bad damages or hide behind a structure. Sometimes I can do it easily and sometimes it feels super difficult. But this is essential to your survival. You are going against anti-aircraft vehicles and dudes carrying around tracking missiles on their back. Being able to come to a complete stop rapidly is crucial. The third advanced maneuver is what I call circling. This is the ability to circle around a tank or any ground vehicle and shoot it down. This move is something I still struggle with. I've seen PC guys do it, but I haven't been able to do it effectively myself. Being able to circle them makes it hard for them to activate their tracking missiles. These vehicles can take you out in no time. If you can circle them and still shoot on target, you are dangerous. The fourth and final advanced maneuver is the ability to dodge locked on missiles. This one I am terrible at. I can't seem to dodge them no matter how hard I try. I've seen others do it when I fire missiles at them, so I know it can be done. I just can't seem to do it. As soon as I learn the trick, I will have to make an entire video just about that. Circling and dodging tracking missiles are the two advanced maneuvers I'm not yet able to do, but I'm going to keep practicing until I can get it. One final note on flying a helicopter. Movement sensitivity is different when you are in ADS or zoom mode. You will notice it is much slower. This helps when you need to focus on a target more closely since the helicopter remains more stable. But for faster movement, you need to be zoomed out. While zoning in on a target, you will be using both modes. What I want to talk about next is your weapon selection. You'll need to play a while before unlocking different weapon options. The default weapons are anti-personnel rockets and air-to-ground missiles. By using the triangle button or your usual weapon swap button, you can swap between these two weapons, which is also something that took me much too long to learn. Once you've unlocked all the weapons, you need to decide what to use. In my opinion, your best options are the anti-vehicle rockets and the air-to-air missiles. and here's why. With anti-vehicle rockets, you do more damage against ground vehicles than with anti-personnel rockets. And you will be able to take out infantry with it. Then, if there's another aerial threat at the same time, you can use your air-to-air missiles. Shooting down an aircraft with only your primary rockets are very difficult. You need locked-on missiles to help. Selecting those weapons best prepares you for ground and aerial threats. Then you have your directional buttons. The left directional buttons give you decoy flares to help with those annoying tracking missiles. The right directional button semi-repairs your vehicle after taking damage. As I say a few final things, I want to cue the montage of my best pilot moments. When I just started flying the helicopter, I struggled a few times and then all of a sudden it came together. I hope this guide and tutorial will help you become a great heli pilot. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to show my content to more people. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. I have a few more interesting videos coming up. As always, I hope to see you out there on the battlefield flying helicopters like pros. Hopefully, only when you're on my team. Take care everyone and happy flying.
Both sectors are under enemy control. Counter-attack immediately. We now hold more sectors.